Hi, my name's Lee Matthews and I'm a physiotherapist, and this is Pilates Rehab Relax, and today I'm going to guide you through a 10-minute Pilates routine. There'll be 5 techniques that we do, a couple to begin with laying on your back, and then we'll do 3 that are laying on your side. I'm going to be laying on the floor and using a blanket for some support. You might choose to do these on your bed at home. So work at your level. Remember, you don't have to do the whole session, and it might be just do a couple of repetitions before you wait until I start the next exercise. So I better stop talking and get going. So I'm going to bring myself into our normal starting position, feet flat on the mat, about hip width apart with my knees and my feet. Remember to keep those shoulders nice and wide, and you want a little bit of support at the back of the neck there, so we've got that long neck, our chin's not poking up to the ceiling, but we just got that little bit of support underneath us there. So remember, let's just start by finding that centered position with our pelvis, that nice mid position there, and we're going to go through some single leg stretch exercises to begin with. So if you wanted a little bit of a challenge, you can do that with your arm up, and as I bring one leg out and away from me on an outward breath, the alternate arm's going to come out and then back in again, and then we'll do the same on the opposite side. It might be that you just stick to doing it with the legs for the moment, and that's absolutely fine. So here we go. Let's bring ourselves into that good start position. My shoulder blades still nicely planted on the mat there. I'm going to engage my tummy. So pulling that belly button in like I'm trying to do up a tight pair of trousers, and as I breathe out, let's alternately bring one leg and one arm out and away from you. So and back in again, and let's keep on going. So as I breathe out, the leg and the hand move out and away from me. And I breathe in as they return to the start position. Let's keep on going with that flow. So the next exercise we'll do is scissors. The easier option would be to start with our feet both flat on the floor, and what we do, we're going to bring one leg up and then alternate like you're trying to tiptoe along the floor with those feet. So one toe touches the mat, then the other. The slightly harder version would be to start with our legs in a position we call tabletop. So I'm going to really engage those abdominal muscles to get up to the start position. There we go. And then in this position, the same sort of principles, but we're coming back up to tabletop each time. So I'll leave it down to you, and let's get started. So just engaging that core. And there we go. So we're going to move on to a side lying position. So I'm going to bring my arms, it's outstretched. I'm resting on my folded towel there. I'm looking for my ankles, my hips, my shoulders to be in a nice straight line there. And this is an exercise called the clam. So my heels are going to stay in contact with each other throughout the exercise. I've got a very small gap just underneath my toe, so I'm not just flopped into the mat here. And what I'm looking to do, imagine you've got a glass balance on your hip there. And what we're going to try and do is engage that core muscle so you don't spill a drop of your drink there. And the critical thing here is making sure that when we go up there that we don't drop backwards. So keep this completely still as you go up and then come back down again. And you should feel that really targeting those outer glute muscles. Okay, and staying on our side lying position, we're now going to do an exercise called the side kick. So the easier option is to do this with the knee bent. What I'm going to try and do is lift up one leg away from the other, and say the easier options with a shorter lever length, so the knee remains bent as we go back and forwards. The slightly more challenging option is with a leg out straight there. In this case, I'd imagine that I've got a paintbrush between my toes and I'm painting a broad horizontal line sweeping away from me with the leg there. So you pick what's right for you, either with the knee bent or with the leg straight. The leg I'm laying on top of, I've kept it bent so I've got a bit more of a base of support there. There we go. So again, trying to keep relatively straight at that belt line. Imagine there's a glass of water there that you don't want to spill a drop of. Position. And for the last exercise we're going to do on this side is an arm opener. So again, if you rearrange your towel that you're laying on so you've got some support there, and I want both of those arms out in front of me with the palms together, and with this arm opener what we're going to aim to do is bringing that arm up to the ceiling and then over behind you and then slowly back to the start position, and I follow that movement with my line of sight, breathing out, engaging the core, breathing in, back to the start position. So join in. So you really feel those toe muscles working. Breathing out, breathing in. So let's flip over and do those exercises on the other side. So again, bringing myself into that side laying position. So we're going to start off laying on top of that arm with some support underneath your head there. And again, I'm looking to have my heels, my hips and my shoulders in a nice straight line there. Again, just keeping a really small gap underneath the waist there. My hand in front of me to give a little bit of support there, but not gripping too heavily. And let's start off with that clam position first of all. So again, we imagine we've got that drink balanced on our belt line there. And what I'm going to do, I engage my core muscles, keep the heels together, slowly bringing one leg up and then down again. And you might well find that one side's a bit more of a challenge than the other when you do this on both sides. I think I might have had a wobble of my drink there. So that was the clam, and now let's do the side kick on this side. So again, you might have either done it with a bent knee, which is that shorter lever length, or again with a nice straight leg. So you pick which is right for you, and again, join in. So I'm painting those broad horizontal strokes there, back and forwards. And again, you should really feel that in those glutes. There we go. So the last exercise we're going to do on this side is the arm opener. So again, rearrange the support underneath your neck. I want both arms out in front of us with our palms together, and again, I'm going to engage my core, and as I breathe out, painting that broad sweep across the ceiling, and then back to the start position. So we do that on an outward breath. And then back in again. And with all of these, you work at your pace. Don't need to feel rushed. And there we go. So that was a 10 minutes Pilates routine Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to say, if you did, then click the like button, leave us a comment, or subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all of my latest videos. And remember that if you wanted a bit more than a 10-minute session, I've recorded lots of 25-minute sessions and half-hour sessions, which will just give you a bit of a more well-rounded workout. But 10 minutes is a good start, and if you did all of today's session, then that's great. So thanks for watching, see you soon.